Hey guys, I'm gonna be showing you basically what I have so far for my story that I'm producing. The world is a lie, but the Wi-Fi works is the title, working title right now. I'm pretty sure that's what the title's gonna be, but let's just get into it. So yeah, this is like a time lapse of like all the ideas that I've developed for it so far, or most of them, and yeah. So let's get into the story overview. So the premise of the story, or at least for the setting of the story is that the universe is an unstable sandbox run by invisible hands. Ancient gods, corporate spirits, and interdimensional aliens, glitching AIs, and Cold War era governments clinging to outdated nukes. The world is a mix of advanced magic tech, crumbling social contracts, and metaphysical secrets. Um So yeah, here are some of the key elements. So first we got the aliens. Uh, they are they're basically pulling the strings behind most of the story. You don't get to see them for a lot of it, but most of humanity is being like all of humanity is being watched by it, by the aliens, and the Earth isn't even real. It's like yeah, it's um so like every couple hundred years they orchestrate humanity's progress and regression. So like for example, the Dark Ages, the Library of Alexandria burning down. That shit was the aliens. They were like, nah, fuck, what the fuck? Humanity's getting too smart. We gotta blow up their progress. We gotta blow them up. So yeah, that's what happened. We gotta make them dumber. Um, they use films and video games as tools to influence people without direct influence or interference. And yeah, if humans figure out that the aliens are real and what they're doing, they'll basically wipe the planet. Um oh yeah, they also have like cross-dimensional, cross-universal technology that can that could wipe somebody from a timeline, which basically means like if you get if they hit you with like some of their like one of their weapons, you just get removed from everybody's memory. You're erased. You don't exist anymore. You and it's almost as if you never existed. So yeah. Um they can pull people out. They can pluck people from 3D dimensionality and put them in a 4D shape. Put them in 4D positions. Um which looks like teleportation. So it's basically teleportation. And yeah, that's the aliens. Let's go back to story overview. Um, so yeah, we got some gods. Oh yeah, so yeah, gods exist in this world, and it's like they're created by human belief. So um they're basically entities that the more you believe in them, the more real they get. And And for millennia, um, the aliens have actually captured all of the major gods, like the Christian god and the gods of like all the major faiths, basically, and replaced them with their own counterparts, with their own like yeah, with their own puppets, at least in this story. And uh there's a god called Uncle Sam. He saw this shit happening, or he figured this out. Uncle Sam figured out what happened to them, and he's scared. He's like in hiding. Yeah, Uncle Sam is the god of capitalism. He lends favors for interest, and he will be like a recurring character in the story. As well as the donkey and the elephant, which are the two political parties. So yeah, war is a sacrificial ritual to gain favors from gods. And I don't know why I put karma here. There's also it's a magic system. But I guess this is part of this is part of like karma's like part of like belief being the more you believe in something, the more real it gets in this story, this universe. So yeah, films are ritualistic technology magic to simulate and test battles and used as propaganda. Violent video games are hyper complex predictive simulations run by governments. And hackers can jailbreak reality, recode destiny, rewire timelines, and access forbidden zones in reality. I don't know how I'm gonna tie this into the story, but yeah. Well, I know I'm gonna tie this into the story, but not the films part. I'll figure that out. But yeah, so monsters exist as well. And they're just gonna be there to add they're there to add spice to the story. I don't know. Like I said, half the stuff I don't know. I'm gonna tie into the story, but it's gonna tie into the story. Just wait. Just you wait. This is just the world building, bro. So here are the main reality control artifacts that the main character is going to have to go look for in the story. He's trying to collect, which is the probability dice, which can rewrite chance and luck, sphere of gravity, which can alter weight, orbit, dimensional anchoring. So like if you have a sphere of gravity, the aliens can't pluck you out of existence. So it's a really good thing to have. And the watch of time manipulation, which lets the user operate partially outside of linear time, as well as go back and forth in time. So the tone of the story and style of the story is gonna be like kind of like Scott Pilgrim, where like, yeah, shit just happens. It's not really explained. All of this stuff is not really explained. Only I know about it in the story. If you're watching the story, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? It's gonna be kind of goofy on the surface, but but serious underneath. Yeah, and I already basically said the setting. Earth Plus, a soft simulation maintained by aliens. Some cities overlap with pocket dimensions. Corporations build towers that extend into parallel realities. Magic and technology are indistinguishable and sold. So yeah, that's what I got from my story so far. I'm gonna be putting devlogs for the story on my channel, and hopefully I don't get bored of it before before I make it an actual thing. So if you'd like to see more of this shit, stay tuned.